Now we are going to solve the fourth problem in the chapter 7. Look at here. Here two coherent sources are there. In between distance is given. The in between distance is small d. In between the coherent source and the screen is capital D. That is a distance called capital D. So on the surface of the screen, alternatively dark and bright fringes are created. Here the distance between the two successive bright fringes are given. Distance between the two successive bright fringe means width of the dark fringe is given actually. Okay, so distance between two consecutive bright fringes are given. If you calculate, you will get the distance of the fringe width of the dark fringe can be calculated. Okay, so here initially we have used one lamp. So the wavelength which is emitted from the wavelength of light which is emitted from the lamp is given as lambda 1 value is given. Lambda 1 value is 600 nanometer. So here this is the wavelength of the light which is used as a source here. When this wavelength of light is used, by the time we have got the bandwidth as beta 1, that can be written as beta 1. The bandwidth of the fringe width or bandwidth of the fringe is how much? 7.2 millimeter. So that is the value of beta 1. Now this wavelength of light, this source is replaced by another source with different wavelength. Are you clear? So lambda 2 to be calculated, that is not given here. So when this second source is used with the wavelength of lambda 2, the fringe width is given. Beta 2 is given. Fringe width value is 8.1 millimeter. So by using this three data, we have to calculate the wavelength of the second source. How to start with? The general formula to calculate the bandwidth is beta is equal to lambda d divided by small d is the formula to calculate the bandwidth. So for these two sources we can write the equation. So beta 1 can be written as lambda 1 d divided by d. Okay, for beta 2, for second source we can write the bandwidth formula. Beta 2 is equal to lambda 2 d divided by small d. So here distance between the coherent source small d, distance between the coherent source and screen capital D, both are not altered. Wavelength alone changes. The respective change in the bandwidth could be observed. So by using these two equation, we are able to find out the unknown one. So take the ratio between beta 1 and beta 2, substitute the formula lambda 1 d divided by small d whole divided by lambda 2 d divided by small d can be written. D can be cancelled, small d can be cancelled. The final formula is lambda 1 divided by lambda 2 is the formula. Are you clear? So what is required here? Lambda 2 is required. Now you try to get the formula for lambda 2. So I will write it here. The formula for lambda 2 is lambda 2 is equal to beta 2 lambda 1 whole divided by beta 1 can be written. Okay. Now substitute the value. Beta 2 formula value 8.1 millimeter is the value of beta 2. Lambda 1 value is 600 nanometer. 600 nanometer means 600 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter whole divided by here whole divided by beta 1 value is 7.2 millimeter. Are you clear? So this 2 millimeter can be cancelled. So after calculation, after simplification and calculation, you may be getting the answer 675 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter you will get. So finally that answer that can be written in terms of nanometer. So 75 nanometer is the final answer. So the meaning is when 600 nanometer wavelength of light was used as source, the fringe width is 7.2 millimeter. When the wavelength is increased from 600 nanometer to the new wavelength, that is new wavelength means we are using a new source of light. So it emits the light of wavelength 675 nanometer. When the wavelength becomes 675 nanometer, what is the fringe width? 8.1 millimeter. So from this it is explicitly seen that fringe width, it is directly proportional to wavelength. When wavelength increases, fringe width also increases. Okay, very simple problem. Okay.